Hi, welcome to this series of reading with me through my book, Parenting with Purpose and African Wisdom. We are going through chapter 5 on parenting as limit setting. Today we look at the child's age and limit setting. How do we set limits at different ages of the child? Now in the book, we use African proverbs and biblical proverbs. And today's African proverb is from the Ashanti people, which says the moon moves slowly, but it crosses the town. Then we have another proverb from the Bible, Proverbs 19 and verse 18. Discipline your son, for in that there is hope. Do not be a willing party to his death. What do these proverbs mean? The first one, the African proverb, the moon moves slowly but it crosses the town, comes from the Ashanti people of southern Ghana. This wise saying reminds African parents that children will respond slowly to training. But just like the moon, they make progress through life, and hence the need for parental patience, tenacity, consistency, and focus. Then we have the biblical proverb, discipline your son, for in that there is hope. Do not be a willing party to his death. This underlines that training and limit setting create hope for healthy maturation. Failure to guide the growing child means that parents will be contributors to any disasters that follow the lives of unruly young people. Limits and boundaries change with the age of the child. Younger children have narrower limits as compared to the older ones. In addition, how much freedom of expression is provided to the child depends on the ability, even the willingness to manage that freedom. For example, play is good. It is positive and necessary for holistic child development. So a baby should have the play area clearly defined, that while you play, this is where you play, that space, and this is how you play. As the child grows older, the play area is widened with understanding and negotiation. Research indicates that children who are given too much freedom without any limits experience anxiety and insecurity. You'd think they would be so happy that my parents have no limits for me, but these children experience anxiety and insecurity. Some parents do not communicate expectations of behavior to their children, and many young ones are left to navigate the chaos on their own. The assumption by some parents is that children and young people do not like limits, that they are likely to rebel when pressured to fit into some expected code of behavior. However, this is not true. I once questioned a group of high school adolescents regarding their attitudes on parental limit setting. In this case, we translated limit setting as discipline to enhance the young people's self-direction towards a desired outcome. The students were unanimous in their response. All of them agreed that parents should set limits and clearly communicate what the youth should and should not do, how they should behave, and how they should conduct themselves. Why do you say that? I pursued. The young people replied, because if my parents really love me, they will guide me on how to live and discipline me if I don't behave as I should. One young man that day added, a parent who does not guide their child says, I don't care. You can turn out the way you want. What kind of parent is that? He asked. We repeated this study across the 4 high school levels in the same school that actually represents national high schools, and the outcomes were the same. The young people indicated that for healthy child development, parental guidance is not a suggestion, but an absolute requirement. We also learned that parents should continue this guidance all through the youth's maturation. It is by no accident that the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child states that the individual is still a child until they are 18 years of age. This is irrespective of what human rights bodies, and other freedom agencies dictate. None of these organizations can replace the parent, and only the father and mother can be responsible for failing to build foundations for their child. So the foundation we talked about today is limit setting, saying that limit setting changes with the age of the child. It is never removed until a child is an adult after 18 years of age. And even then, parents remain close to guide their child to practice the limits they have learned through childhood. Let's keep reading Parenting with Purpose. You can get a copy of your book at Keswick Bookshop, Textbook Center, and also it's online at Amazon. Thank you.